Hey everybody, it's Ken Faulkner and I'm back for another video. And this one's about knives, believe it or not. This is exciting though. This is different for me. Most of my knives that I have in my collection are ones that are fairly well known, and there's so many great channels out there. Just so many knife channels in general that there tends to be video after video after video about knives. I try to make it a different take on it, where I'm kind of talking about my experience with the knife, and this one won't be that much different as far as that's concerned. But this one is one that I haven't seen a lot of, and I was looking on YouTube, and I only did find one place. It was Everyday City Carry. So if you haven't heard of them, you probably have, but if you haven't checked them out, definitely Ray over there. He's a very cool guy. He's up over in New York, and he's got a great channel. So I was at Blade Show. We're still rolling through the Blade Show stuff. And most of the stuff that I bought at Blade Show was a kind of a, something that, all the knives were things that I had thought about before. I had some that I listed down, and I said, these are the ones I'm going for. And that was like day one. And then after that, I'm just start looking through things that I was interested in, some things that I've been thinking about buying, and this, finally ended up getting them, because you get these good deals at Blade Show. You get to handle the stuff. It really seals the deal for me. This one that I bought was more of a impulse buy. And before I show you the knife, the company name is Latama X Victoriam. And I'm probably, killing the name as usual, but that's Latama Victoriam. Okay. Now, when I went by their booth, I was fully, my attention was drawn to it, and I'll show you the reason why. I got the little iPad here. This is their website. Latama is a company, I guess, that's been around for a long, long time. They are an Italian company originally. And you can see what they have here is they have those traditional switchblade knives. You don't see a lot of these nowadays. And, it's not something that I'm looking for to carry, but as a collector and as just a knife enthusiast in general, these guys are iconic. They would be cool to have. California doesn't let me carry them legally, so, that's an issue. But I can own it and keep it in my house and have it part of my collection. Now, these knives are custom made, and you can see here some of the different models they have. They make, so here's the custom shop here, and these knives are beautiful. Try to get down here a little closer. Maybe I'll pull this up so you can see some of the detail that's going on with these knives. So they make some real high quality traditional switchblade knives. Get rid of that. And then they have a bunch of other ones here, different styles. I think that some of these are maybe more, I don't know a lot about the company. I talked to the guy that was there. Turns out he's kind of the owner, I guess, or the guy that runs the company. But yeah, they have a lot of different styles, and probably some of these are more, production type, but they are very cool, very expensive, especially those custom ones. But I was looking at all this stuff thinking, oh, this is cool to look at. A lot of the stuff at Blade Show, I'm looking at, like a lot of the fixed blades are just amazing, custom work, beautiful Damascus, all this stuff. So I'm in that mode. I'm just kind of looking at the stuff, and then I look over the side, and they have this these set of knives that look like this. And so this is the one that I ended up picking up. So here's the box again. Nice looking box. There's their website, latamavictoriam.com. So it's a nice looking box. You open it up. On the inside it says, "The legend continues." So this one that I bought is not a switchblade knife. It's actually like a modern folding knife. Get it out here, but man, as I was looking at all this cool stuff, then I started looking at this one here, and it is just really nice. And it's got the, says Latama Victoriam on the, if I can get it to focus. Let's go in and out. You might have to just take my word for it. They have the name, so it's the branding is right there, very small. And as I open it up with the flipper, ooh, and clean that up a little bit. This is a very cool looking blade, and it is a butt lock. So I guess maybe that kind of fits in with the whole switchblade concept with the butt lock. Very smooth, very nice action. Titanium handles. They call it grade 5 titanium. I'm not an expert. I know there's some the ones that are made in China that's it's a different type than a grade 5. So I think that this is maybe a higher grade. So anyway, you look at the grind on this thing. You can see there's a compound grind here up at the tip, kind of like they would do with a Tonto, even though it's not really a Tonto blade. Nice swage at the top. It's got a hollow grind here. It's not very deep, but it's still a hollow grind. Very nice grinding on this knife. And you can see it's got the finger choil. I always like that. But full-size knife. I get my hand on the handle completely. So I'll give you some pluses and minuses. When I first bought this knife, I thought, well, this is an Italian company. They're making their knives in Italy. I figure this is an Italian-made knife. But the price that I paid for this, on the website, they're $199, $200 for titanium 20 CV blade. 20 CV blade. For that combination of materials, I mean, $200 is a really good price. But I thought that it was going to be made in Italy, so I was thinking, wow, that is an incredible deal. So got the milled pocket clip here. Very nice. Works really well in and out of the pocket. It's got a good profile, so that when you're pushing it in, it just opens up. None of that really having to work it, grabbing it with your other hand to try to get it in your pocket. You know, I'm not a big snob on just about anything with knives, but I always appreciate when there's good quality. So this one's really good quality. The way that I don't know. I think some people like the pocket clip to be in the middle. This seems to work really well, and it looks really nice how it follows that contour and how it just kind of molds into the knife here at the end. It's just a really nice looking knife. So you can kind of see that this is a company that has done some classic, beautiful work in the past, and they're clearly putting this into their work. However, when I got it home after buying it, I did do more research and found out they were making this knife in China. So, yeah, it's, maybe a little disappointing, but still, I mean, you got a lot of good companies, a lot of good knives coming out of China, and this one, to me, has some really good look, and this the contouring here on the handle, very comfortable, very comfortable. Button lock works pretty well. The downside of that is that it does have some button stick, which, like I said, I'm not super picky about stuff. I do notice it. It doesn't bother me a lot. I know some people, this would just drive them completely out of their minds. But for me, actually, it kind of means that there's a little bit of extra effort to push the button and a little less likelihood of it. Well, it's not really that it would close like when I'm gripping the knife. I'm not as likely that I'm going to actuate the button. I don't really go for the spine whack test. Lightly doing it. Clearly, it's holding pretty well, but I think that it's a little bit stronger. The detent on this thing is pretty good. Obviously, I just failed it after I talk about that, but when Ray over at Everyday City Carry did this knife, he was flicking this thing open from the slot, and I haven't quite been able to work that out too well, but I'm thinking over time, maybe I open it up, clean it up a little bit. I haven't taken it apart yet. Maybe that will improve, and maybe I will be able to. Well, see, now on camera, there you go. Isn't that funny? So anyway, I expect that I'll be able to middle finger flick, thumb flick consistently after some time. But there is the flipper tab with some jimping on there. No jimping on the back of the knife, but it's still a very, very nice knife. And with this kind of grip, I feel like I got it very strong, because we got this. You know, when there's a flipper tab, I know a lot of people like it where it's flush here, and then they can put their finger on that spot. I kind of like having the flipper tab there, because then it gives me something to lock my hand into. So if I'm going forward with a push cut or stabbing at something, it helps it to keep from riding up on the blade. Certainly back from here, but even here, I won't ride up on the blade. So that's not a concern. I guess you can hold it this way if you want. Not a big fan of the reverse grip, but it's still doable, still comfortable. Great knife, 20 CV blade. This one is called the Yuuki. That's Y-U-U-K-I. So, you know, when I looked it up on YouTube, like I said, Everyday City Carry was the only one that I'd seen this on. So I was kind of excited to be able to bring you a knife, to show you a knife. Even a couple little nitpicks on it that I really like, that I think is a good deal, that I picked up at Blade Show as an impulse buy, and yeah, it's very cool. All right, guys, that's what I got on this one. The legend continues. At some point I might want to pick up a switchblade, but maybe not from this company, maybe something a little bit cheaper, just to have in the collection. But this one is a great everyday carry, so I'd highly recommend you checking it out. All right, guys, take it easy. We'll see you on the next one.